Feelings are much like waves. You can't control them, but you can choose which ones to surf. I like that quotation. But what if the feeling that hits you is not a wave, but more a tsunami, and that tsunami is called jealousy? And as it tears through you, your gut and your heart, and then out your mouth with all these nasty things that you wish you weren't saying, but you're still saying them, as it tears through you and through your relationship, like with a tsunami, the relationship is left in tatters.
It's the common emotion that everybody feels, the mixture of anger, confusion, and sadness, and we know it simply as jealousy. But what exactly is jealousy?
Jealousy has been described in so many ways. Jealousy has been described as the green-eyed monster, and on and on.
According to the two terms that are listed in Webster's dictionary, the term jealous is defined as suspicious or fearful of being replaced by a rival, resentful or bitter in rivalry, demanding exclusive love, while the other term, jealousy, is defined as envy, resentment against a rival or someone who possesses any coveted advantage.
Jealousy is one of the most basic and primal responses we can have in our relationships. Hell, even our pets can feel it. Nature put it there for a reason. It's supposed to provoke a protective response in us when we see that there's a threat to our relationship.
But jealousy doesn't come in just one form. There are indeed various other forms of the emotion. While doing further research, I was able to find at least 6 different types. These other forms include normal, abnormal, work, friend, family, and romantic. Normal jealousy is essentially what was defined in the dictionary that was referenced earlier. Abnormal jealousy has various descriptions to it. These include psychotic, pathological, morbid, delusional, or anxious behaviors. Some have associated it with having a psychological disorder, such as paranoid schizophrenia, or an imbalanced amount of chemicals in the brain.
Sophie.
Simon, let me go.
I love you, Sophie.
I have to leave. Please.
I fucking love you.
Just let me go, Simon.
Work jealousy is a type of jealousy that occurs in the workplace. Usually, this is between co-workers and a specific position. One worker may feel that the other has gained an undeserved salary or title promotion and therefore will feel jealous. To further elaborate, the worker may feel jealous if he or she felt that they worked harder and more efficiently to earn whatever the other worker has gained.
Like I said, 5 minutes or I buy it.
See, you can't beat a guy like that.
Friend jealousy occurs between friends due to the same insecurities found in other friendships, feelings of comparison, a fear of being replaced, and feelings of competition. One common occurrence is 2 female friends are both attracted to the same male, and when competing for his attention, may feel jealous over the other's abilities to win him over. Another example is 2 individuals may be friends for years and years, but when it's discovered that one of the individuals has another friend that he or she spends time with, the other may feel jealous due to the attention being given to that other friend.
Hi, I'm Annie Walker.
Yay!
I'm not going to go on with a big speech, so I'll just say this. I'm so happy to be a part of this celebration, and you two deserve each other, as well as a lifetime of happiness. So, thank you. Cheers. Love you guys.
Cheers. Thank you, Annie. That was so sweet. Thank you. Lil, remember that trip we took to Miami with the boys? and they were working the entire weekend, and we just sat and drank wine and ate peanut brittle, and I shared things with you that I've never shared with anyone, and you made me realize how I can trust people again. So let me just say, Lillian, you're my best friend. And I'm so proud of you. And Doug Lee, I'm sorry, inside joke. You better not keep my Lil on a leash, because I still need my drunken Saturday nights at Rockin' Sushi, okay? Everybody, raise your glasses to the couple of the decade, Doug and Lillian.
Family jealousy is common among siblings, but may occur between cousins or other relatives. The reason behind this type of jealousy is due to too much attention being given to one person than another.
ポポですよ。
ママですよ。ちょっと笑ってる。ほら。
こんにちは。
こんにちは。しょちゃん。しょちゃん。ひろくん。
ヒロ。
もう一回ひろくん。
うまいな。
ひろくん上手だね。ひろくん。
しょうちゃん。
しょうちゃん。
美味しいですか。
しょうちゃん。毛利さん、お隣の毛利さん。
Romantic jealousy is quite possibly the most common of the types of jealousies. According to the magazine Psychology Today, when two people form a romantic relationship with reciprocal love, most fears, vulnerabilities, and insecurities stemming from childhood seems to disappear. However, when a perceived threat, such suspected infidelity, arises, the insecurities return. Even the sight of an outlying attractive person may cause a normally secure partner to be concerned that the other will upgrade to a better model. This so-called fear of upgrading happens to be one of the 7 factors of jealousy that I discovered when researching the emotion. These 7 factors include possessive, obsessive, left-out syndrome, or fear of abandonment, or being left out, inconsideration, envy, or feeling not good enough, codependence, or insecurity, and ego, or feel of rejection, or feeling inadequate. Although most, if not all of these could apply to the other forms of jealousy, most would likely relate these factors to feeling jealous in a relationship, and these factors could play a role in some of the negative behaviors that occur to those who are feeling jealous.
And then in the morning or whatever, you have to painstakingly say sorry and pick up the pieces and try and repair your relationship, and you feel pretty awful about it. That sort of jealousy is the jealousy that I've had. That sort of jealousy is the jealousy that will end up destroying your relationship. Just think for a moment. Is your jealousy well-founded? In that sense, I mean, is your partner actually cheating on you?
Those initial fears of losing the ones we love, or the delusions that our partners are with another person, could drive anybody mad.
Typically, though, we talk about jealousy in terms of my girlfriend just looked at a guy and she's flirting with him and I really deeply resent it. Or the opposite. My boyfriend has been flirting with this girl across the room and I'm not going to talk to him.
Eventually, we lash out in anger to our partners, but later feel deep sorrow and shame because of this. What most people forget is that jealousy is all purely in our minds.
Or perhaps your jealousy is actually totally irrational. Your insecurity is totally irrational. A throwaway remark might set you on this train of thought that suddenly makes you think, well, that must mean that they fancy their best friend more than me. Or you're wandering home and suddenly the thought pops into your head, they might be sleeping with someone else right this second. So then you start to walk home a bit faster, sure, convincing yourself that you will get home and find them in bed with someone else.
Some might say that jealousy is really considered a sign of love because of these behaviors. According to Poynton and Cohen, seeing it sometimes as a sign of insecurity, sometimes as a sign of love, and sometimes as both simultaneously.
Jealousy has a basis in fact. It also has a basis in health, because having a segment of jealousy is not all bad. It shows that, yeah, I'm concerned about this person, I care about this person. A little healthy jealousy is not a bad thing.
However, most would argue that jealousy is not a sign of love. It's a fear of losing what they want to control or possess, rather than to love.
Fiction. Jealousy is not a sign of love. If I asked you to tell me what kinds of emotions people feel when they feel jealous, you might say things like upset, mad, angry, frustrated, violent, no trust, and revenge. And then if I asked you to make a list of ideally what do you want love to be, you might say things like trust, happiness, respect, honest, intimate, and safe. So when we look at these two lists, it's really clear that jealousy does not equal love. We get a lot of messages from the time that we're really young that if we're in a relationship and someone feels jealous, that it means that they care about us. But it's not true, right? Jealousy has nothing to do with caring about someone. Jealousy has to do with how you feel about yourself. It's about insecurity. It's about lack of trust. It's not about loving someone. And this is really important because extreme jealousy or OD jealousy can be the #1 warning sign that a relationship can turn into an abusive relationship.
But as it turns out, both genders have different responses to jealousy. According to a variety of studies, females tend to acknowledge jealousy more than males. These studies also suggest that a female's jealousy is focused on her partner's emotional involvement with another. The same isn't always true for males. According to research, a male's jealousy seems to focus on his partner's sexual involvement with another person. In one study, results showed that homosexual men and women seem to be concerned about their partner's emotional involvement with another person and less about their sexual involvement.
Hello?
Hi, Laura. Honey, guess who has to work late tonight?
Is he a living American male?
And I'll give you a hint. He has a beautiful, understanding wife who knows the problems of television writers.
Oh, Rob.
Well, honey, I'm sorry, but the boss wants a rewrite on a sketch.
Is this sketch for Miss Blake?
Yeah, I've got to write it and deliver it and read it to her tonight.
Can't she read?
I mean, I have to read it with her, discuss it. Honey, will you make my apologies to Jerry and Millie? Look, maybe you can get Eddie LeBeau to sit in for a fourth. I'll kiss you goodnight when I come in. Try and sleep face up. I should be with Miss Blake more in a couple hours.
Okay, Rob. Bye-bye.
Bye, honey.
Oh, Rob, will Buddy and Sally be with you? Rob? Well, I'm sure they will.
These scones are delicious. You are quite the little baker, Jerome.
Oh, thank God. What's going on in here? Relax, Mr. Furley. I thought what you thought, but it's okay. Well, it sounded like... I know, but it's fine. Go back to being dead.
Peter, is everything all right?
Yeah, Lois, everything's fine. You guys, having a little breakfast?
Yes, and Jerome made scones. Would you like one? Oh, they're delicious. I thought maybe later today we could all...
Oh my God, Mom's choking!
Out of the way. I'm an EMT. Her airway's jammed. Come on now, just like that. I need some gravitational help. Oh no, her clothes are constricting, as are mine.
Oh my God! Oh, thank you, Jerome. You saved my life.
I'll have what she's having, says the funniest person in the room.
The big question is, where does the feeling of jealousy occur in our brains? We didn't know that answer until February 17th of 2009, when scientists discovered exactly where this location was. In the fMRI photos shown, a small spot in the frontal lobe lights up when experiencing jealousy. As it turns out, its location is the same part of the brain where it detects physical pain. It's no wonder why feeling this emotion is described as being painful. Hidehiko Takahashi, the leader of the research project, stated, It's interesting. The part of the brain which detects physical pain is also associated with mental pain.
It's really a difficult thing to avoid because people are jealous of so many things. So often, in fact, that it may be about your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your happiness or you.
The topic of jealousy has always been used throughout the media. If you watch any television shows, you will likely come across someone dealing with jealousy. These various television programs use the emotion as a sort of plot device to make the show more interesting and enjoyable to the viewers.
You're not really going to hang out with him, Lois, are you?
We're just friends, Peter. Don't tell me you're jealous.
What, you dating that guy? It's just a lot to take in.
Oh, yeah? You're telling me.
Oh, come on, those kinds of jokes aren't helping.
What do you want me to say? You're being silly. I mean, Jerome and I dated over 12 inches ago. I said inches.
What did I just say?
I'm sorry. Okay, look, just relax. You're my husband, and I love you, so just put Jerome out of your head.
Get him out of my life is more like it.
How'd the sketch go?
May have to rewrite it.
Well, would that mean another evening session?
Could be. It's not funny.
Do Buddy and Sally think it's funny?
I don't know. They weren't with me.
You worked alone tonight?
Mm-mm.
Oh, who was with you?
Miss Blake.
Rob? Is she really as pretty as they say? Rob? Is she very pretty?
Hey, what's the matter? What happened?
Nothing, dear. I just wanted to slip this pillow under your head.
When these programs cut to commercial breaks, you may notice that jealousy is also used to sell products. A common tagline may include, "Make your friends jealous by purchasing this item," or some other similar variation. Sellers hope that provoking jealousy in others will make them purchase the product themselves in order to avoid the feeling.
You know, ever since the Rogers got that sunsetter awning, they've been unbearable.
Why, just because they're always outside having fun on their patio, even in the hottest days?
Exactly. Just trying to show how rich they are.
Well, I heard they saved $200 off the price.
Impossible.
No, it's true. I hear Sunsetter's offering folks a $200 savings certificate just for calling up to get information. They're not rich. They're just smart.
You mean you and I could be sitting outside having fun on our just like they are, instead of stuck in here with the air conditioning running and all the blinds closed?
All we gotta do is call.
Now you can make the smart move too by finding out all about Sunsetter retractable awnings. A Sunsetter will turn your patio or deck into an outdoor oasis.
We could fit all of our friends underneath that awning.
Just call for a free information kit and you'll also receive a $200 savings certificate. Join the hundreds of thousands of satisfied Sunsetter owners and really start enjoying your patio or deck.
That's my casserole dish.
It opens and closes in less than 60 seconds for the ultimate in ease. It can make your backyard up to 20 degrees cooler, no matter how blistering the sun is. And it will also cool off your house, so you save on energy costs.
I mean, it would be great to get out of this house once in a while.
A Sunsetter awning adds value to your house and lets you have so much fun outside, rain or shine.
Look at them. They're having such a great time.
Don't wait. Call now to get your $200 savings certificate.
Did you call?
I called.
Oh, now maybe my mother will finally come visit.
Great. Call this number now to receive your free information kit, DVD, and $200 savings certificate.
1-800-421-5251. 1-800-421-5251.
Hey, did you see? Nobody's staring at us anymore. Aren't we still hot? Clearly. You know what? It's all because of that stupid butt down there. Yeah, stupid butt. Gets all the attention now. She's so tight now, so round, so pretty, and so stupid.
Make your boobs jealous with a shoe proven to tone your butt up to 28% more and your hamstrings and calves up to 11% more than regular sneakers. Reebok Easy Tone with balance ball inspired technology. Better legs and a better butt with every step.
Jealousy is also relatively common in the world of music. Various artists use the emotion as topics for their songs. Typically, songs regarding jealousy contain lyrics with a sad or angry meaning behind it, while the music shares the sad or angry feeling to further express the emotions of the performer.
Seeing a light, a face in the crowd, my lonely heart is racing, how my whole world is under attack. What kind of love am I facing? Is it me that you want? Is it me you can have? Can you give me an answer? I'm tired of waiting, I'm tired of thinking. Jealousy, and it feels like I can breathe. If you don't get out of here, I'm gonna kill someone. Think he's been in your room for way too damn long. I want him out of here before I kill someone, so we never can see your son. And on a full moon night, everything was going fine. Doing me some lies until I grip my knife. Then I wanted his eyes more than she wanted his eyes, so we never could see the sun. Then all I could see was someone other than me holding you.
But when your favorite shows are over and the commercials have ceased, the news will come on to report any breaking stories. Occasionally, a story will be reported on someone who was jealous over something, and unfortunately, these stories are almost always associated with domestic violence and even murder.
A Garden Grove woman is accused of a gruesome crime. Investigators say that she somehow drugged her estranged husband and then mutilated him. Now, we want to warn you, this report is graphic. The couple was reportedly going through a bitter divorce.
Police say the wife called 911, and when officers arrived, they found her husband tied to the bed and bleeding from the groin area. Jamie Chambers is live in Garden Grove with exactly what happened here. Very disturbing, Jamie. Let us know what happened precisely.
Absolutely, Leela. Now, investigators found a 10-inch kitchen knife, which they believed was used in this attack. And when they entered that apartment, the wife only said one thing, that he deserved it.
They looked at his groin area. They saw that his penis had been cut off by presumably the wife.
Catherine Liu was immediately booked on charges of aggravated mayhem, spousal abuse, and assault with a deadly weapon. Investigators say the couple was going through a divorce, and Liu hatched a plan to poison and attack her 51-year-old husband.
The wife did prepare the meal. The husband thought it tasted funny, which caused him to go back and lie down on the bed, where presumably he passed out.
Then the husband was tied down to a bed, too drugged to struggle.
Did awake right prior to his wife actually cutting the penis off from his groin area.
Neighbors say last night no one heard a thing.
No scream, nothing. The only thing I told the guy that was here before, I couldn't sleep because of the steps.
Then investigators say Catherine Liu completed her vicious attack.
She took the portion of the penis and put it in the garbage disposal, turned the garbage disposal on.
Jealousy seems to be a factor behind violence in marriages and relationships. Research results have shown that jealousy-fueled violence is more commonly inflicted on one's own partner or lover than a third-party rival.
Monessen police say the double murder-suicide is all the result of a jealous husband's rage after seeing his estranged wife talking with another man. Police have identified that angry husband as 42-year-old Vladimir von Fischer. Investigators say he walked down to the Westgate Public Housing Development on Donner Avenue in Monessen right around 9 Sunday night and shot his wife and the man she was talking to under a pavilion outside that high-rise. 39-year-old Maddie Vaughn Fisher and 44-year-old Nicholas Machetta, a man who police are calling her boyfriend, died at the scene. Machetta, police say, was in a wheelchair because he was paralyzed from the waist down.
It was really uncalled for. We tried a lot of ways to prevent things happening. She'll tell you the same thing, that this girl was coming in the building. She wasn't supposed to. She wasn't allowed to. And this is how this occurred. And it's a sad day for Westgate, it really is.
Police say family members tell them that Maddie Vaughn Fisher had actually planned to file for divorce when she was shot and killed by her husband. Reporting live in Westmoreland County, Marcy Cipriani, Channel 4 Action News.
In another story I read, a 23-year-old boy became extremely jealous when his cousin poked his girlfriend on Facebook. He then set out to kill and ended up stabbing a 74-year-old woman with a 12-inch knife. But in reality, the attack was likely meant for his girlfriend and cousin because he blamed both of them for a perceived betrayal. How do we avoid these violent behaviors, and how can we reduce any jealousy we may feel? Various people have different methods and advice to cope with jealousy. In today's world, many have created their own advice videos on YouTube for people around the world to view.
I've got this really vivid memory of being a young boy, 10 years old, having a tantrum on a bed, screaming, "Oh, it's not fair! Everybody hates me! Nobody loves me!" And hot tears streaming out of my eyes and banging. And I really felt it. I felt like everyone in the world was against me. And that little boy seemed to disappear, but actually it's still there. See, when I got into a relationship in my adult years, that same boy would suddenly pop up because it didn't like it. It was quite scared that someone seemed to really like me.
Marriage counselor Robert Baker published a book entitled The Green-Eyed Marriage: Surviving Jealous Relationships. It provided valuable steps and guidelines to cope with jealousy. Baker assumes that the jealous person will be motivated to solve the problem and receive help by following these steps. Be confident that there is no danger of losing the valued partner.
I should also be willing to reassure her of my commitment to the relationship. In other words, I should protect the relationship. If there is an external threat, then maybe I should be as transparent with my girl as possible so she knows that I'm faithful to her, and so that I can assure her that my transparency is there because I want to reassure her of my love and not make her think that I'm cheating.
Be assured that the problem comes from the relationship rather than from the defects in his or her character.
Well, it helps if I can be real with myself and determine what's causing my jealousy. Is it because I find sexually explicit text messages on my girl's phone, or is it because I'm just being overcome with feelings of insecurity brought on by my own self-esteem? Either ways, I'm gonna be honest with myself and call a spade a spade. The key is to respond, not to react.
Be confident about being genuinely loved and respected.
But it's a necessary word if you're ever going to have a proper grown-up relationship. You may find, as I did, that when you start to cool off and be less intense and insecure, just wanting to know where they are all the time, that sort of thing, that suddenly your partner shows you far more attention. It's great.
Do not be provoked into feeling shame or guilt.
And as it tears through you, your gut and your heart, and then out your mouth with all these nasty things that you wish you weren't saying, but you're still saying them. As it tears through you and through your relationship, like with a tsunami, the relationship is left in tatters. And then in the morning or whatever, you have to painstakingly say sorry and pick up the pieces and try and repair your relationship, and you feel pretty awful about it.
Be able to empathize with the person who has been hurt by the jealous behavior.
If it's my issues that are leading me to be jealous, then I'm gonna ask my girl to help me with my feelings by doing little things to make me feel a little more secure. And no, having a camera crew follow her around isn't acceptable. Maybe something like an extra phone call during the day or the occasional spontaneous love note will be enough. The point is to negotiate something that's fair for the both of us here.
Anger, confusion, and sadness. the three emotions mixed together to make one awful emotion called jealousy. It could be considered a sign of love, a sign of insecurities, or a sign of violence. Either way, jealousy should be handled with proper care and support from the person you love, and never should be ignored and suppressed. Otherwise, the green-eyed monster within will be unleashed.
A lie's like a dirty knife, a jagged blade, and I can feel it in my spine. Deceiver, your tongue is gonna get pulled out, your quick lips sealed, and I'm gonna shut your mouth forever. It's always your fault, and it's my fault. You won't change, I won't take. What's your problem? You won't listen to me, you keep pushing. Blame is a dangerous game to play. Better watch who you betray, 'cause I won't take your blame. Blame will chase you down someday.